interfaith movement, making sure there is harmony and peace among various religions. And she's also an author of many books. I have some copies there, like one copy there, but the rest you can get it on Amazon. The books are there. One is called Samvada. And there is another, that's a conversation between a student and teacher. And then there are two more books. One is Freedom from Distress. And then there is one talking about overcoming self-sabotage in spiritual growth. And recently, there is a book that has been released on guided meditations. Then there is also contemplation cards, which are very, very nice, very timely, and it will just give you one capsule for the day. And there's I've kept that on the countertop there, so you'll be able to see what they are on oneness. And having said that, I'm going to leave it to Swaminiji to enlighten us. A guru is the one who removes the darkness through the light of the knowledge, and that's what we are here for. Thank you, Swaminiji.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please come. Nice to see bright faces. Nice to be here in the home of Lakshmi and Niranjan, and you should hear from them how they moved here. Yes. Story of a miracle, many miracles. And feels a little surreal to be sitting in your house in California, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. In fact, I think this is the first time I'm visiting your house anywhere. Yeah. Because we have always met in third-party places, in different locations, ashrams, in other people's homes. So thank you for inviting me, and very special people. They just, when the program was being made, they just, because of the depth of the relationship, they just said, "You are coming to our house on this day." They penciled themselves in. Very nice. So I didn't have to think. It was already done. Nice. And then I didn't know that they had this photograph or painting? This painting which is above my head, and for those online we will show that. Yes. Of what? 2 birds. I didn't know that. And then so when we came talking about topics, I said, oh, maybe we can do the story of the 2 birds from the Mundaka Upanishads. And Lakshmi got very excited. And then she sent me a photo of the 2 birds. And here we are. And since many of you have already had some exposure to Vedanta, we will get into the text right away. Okay? You can repeat after me. Dva suparna sayuja sakhayaha samanam vrikshe parishasva jate तयोरेकः पिप्पलं स्वादुवत्ति स्वाद्वत्ति अनश्नन्नन्योऽभिचाकशीति because of sandhi, little bit of tongue twisters, but you all managed very well. Congratulations. There are two seats here still. Here also. Yeah. Come. And for those with access to chiropractic services, there is a seat here also. So this is the Mundaka breaking into a certain kind of a sudden allegory in the middle of the Upanishad. And there is a imagery of two birds embracing on a single tree. That means they are not enemies, they are the greatest of friends. They are the greatest of friends, they love one another, they are hugging one another. Actually, if you know a little bit of Sanskrit, there should be Dvau, Suparnau, Sayujau, Sakhayau, because it's all dual. But Veda can get away with a lot of things that we cannot in Sanskrit. So it is Vedic poetic license called Chandasam. Dvau, Suparnau, Sayujau. Sayujau means they are together. Sakhayau, they are the greatest of friends. Suparnau means birds with shining wings. Samanam vrikshe, in the same tree, they are hugging one another. Parishasva jate. And here is where the similarity ends. Where does the similarity end? They both are there, they are on the same branch, they are sitting together, and then they are greatest of friends. That's where the similarity ends. After that, we see the differences. One of them is a restless little fellow. Flap, 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 flap. Goes from branch to branch to branch to branch to branch. Goes from branch to branch and keeps flying around, restless, unable to just sit. After all, what are wings for? Wings are for something, and the wings are to fly. So what does the bird do? The first bird keeps flying and flying and flying around all the time restlessly. Why? Because it is in search of berries. Tayoho, of the two, ekaha, one of them, pippalam. Pippalam means berries. In fact, there is a teacher of the Prashnopanishad. His name is Pippaladaha. Pippaladaha means the berry eater. Maybe there was a rishi who was only eating berries, and so he is called Pippalada. So Pippalam means berries. So the first bird is very fond of what? Berries. keeps on looking for berries, eating berries, and the other one is not eating. Without eating, it is just looking at the first bird. Now, if we take it literally as a story, this doesn't make sense. And that is why these kinds of things are there, so that in the Upanishad, so that they don't fall into the wrong hands. So if the colonizers read this, they will say, come on, this is so obvious. Sometimes the bird sits on the branch, sometimes it flies around, what's the big deal? And they call that spiritual teaching. This is but a prattling of an infantile mind. This is what was said about the Upanishad. They did not know that the Upanishad is meant to shed self-ignorance and to be in one's power completely. That is what it is. In fact, as I have said, it should be called Upanishad. Okay, makes you shed all the wrong notions, makes you shed wrong thinking, makes you shed, I'm not good enough, I'm an idiot, I'm not this, I'm hopeless, I'm helpless, I'm a jiva, how can I be Ishvara? All these things you have to shed. And so this is a kind of what is called, the technical term is Gudha Abhisandhi. Gudha Abhisandhi means there is some hidden meaning here that we have to see. We can't suddenly say the Upanishad makes no sense. Why? Because it is talking of birds. It's talking of birds and then that's it, and then, it has nothing to do. Because the next two verses, as we see, it will become very clear. So the first bird, what is it doing? It's a berry hunter. And the second bird is an onlooker. So this is talking about, as we all know, a very basic fundamental split within each person. The first bird is really the jiva bird. The jiva. What does the jiva do? Complain. Yes. Jiva means individual who is full of complaints. That's the only difference between jiva and Ishvara. Ishvara, have you heard of Ishvara complain? Never. You forget to offer Naivedya, one day you forget to say Pranaya Swaha, etc. Still, say no complaints. And the Jiva, on the other hand, full of complaints. This is the only differing factor. Otherwise, Tattvamasi would have worked a long time ago, and one would have already been completely free of samsara, in moksha completely. Tattvamasi does not work. Mahavakya saying that you are Brahman does not work. Why? Because we are all eclipsed by complaints, constant complaints. And therefore, this is the first, the complaining one is the first bird. Oh, but it doesn't say in the Upanishad it complains. You have to read between the lines. That is why it is a pramana. You have to understand fully what this bird is doing. It's keeping on hunting without a break. That means what? It's not finding what it needs. If it had already found what it needs, it would have ceased to be a hunting bird. It would have been a simply sitting bird. But it is a hunting bird. A hunting bird means its quest is not yet over. Its quest is not yet over means it is keeping on searching for something or the other. And therefore, that means it is complaining because it's not getting what it wants. It's very simple. We can extrapolate and see the truth of this. Very, very simple. It's complaining because it's not getting what it wants and it keeps looking. And if we know berries, some of them sour. Yeah. We start off on a sour note. Some of them sour. Because many people thought sweet. No. Samsara is, some sour or the other. Yes. Something is souring all the time. So, What is this? Sour. Some berries are sour, some berries are rancid, some berries are make you sick, you feel like throwing up. Some berries are astringent, you make this kind of a face as soon as you eat it. But unfortunately, it's also the selfie face among teenagers. I don't know why they do that before they take a selfie. I wish they didn't, but that's okay. Yeah. So, and then once in a while, what happens? Ah, sweet berry. Finally, this is what I was looking for. It came. How long did it last? Gone. It was sweet on the one side and rotten on the other, okay? So even there you could not have solace that at least one sweet berry I have eaten, and the memory of the sweet berry drives this bird, which bird? Jiva bird. This Jiva mad and keeps on going hunting. And some of the rich birds, they will migrate to another tree after getting visa. So the birds with means fly away to another tree. First world tree. From a third world tree, they go to first world tree with better nest. Yes, better nesting capacities, more opportunities for bhoga. That is what it is. But still the quest is not complete. You have migrated, and then what are you doing? You're still hunting. You're still hunting, berry, where is my next berry, where is my next berry? This is what it is. And so the first bird is very, very restless. Yeah, very, very unhappy. Very, very feeling finite, feeling limitless, and we can all relate to that. Yes. It is in the ken of our experience that no matter what one achieves, there is the striving for more and more and more and more and more. Want more. And we are not talking of worldly people. We are talking of people who are more or less, who have understood that there is what? There is something else I have to achieve. Somehow one has come with great grace. One has come to Guru. One has come to ashram. One has come to this knowledge. Still the hunting is on. Still the hunting is on. Still we want more. Somebody asked me, how can I study 10 Upanishads overnight? This was an actual question in an actual satsang. I just said you can't. That's all. How can you do that? Even if you study, how can you assimilate? And you can't read the Upanishads. If you read the Upanishads, you will go with two birds. What is this? Yeah. What is this bird business? It has to be understood. It has to be explained, it has to be understood. So, before coming to Vedanta, one was a hunter, all right. And then after coming to Vedanta, one is a spiritual hunter. Spiritual hunter or spiritual experience hunter. That's what it is. Which ashram should I go to? And then how to get moksha quickly. Moksha I want, yes. I don't want to study Mundakopanishad. What is that? Why I have to study that? I want moksha quickly. Moksha express. I want quick moksha, right now moksha. How to do this? So one goes and falls, as the Bhagavad Gita says, into the trap of various kinds of charlatans. People who promise moksha overnight. There was a festival, I don't know, some kind of a yoga festival or something in Rishikesh. I'm just taking my walk and then suddenly I see one banner on the banks of the Ganga. Moksha in 24 hours. And there is there is an arrow. There is an arrow. And everybody is going there. Everybody is going there. And I saw some of our long-term students there also. I said, what are you doing there? No, we are not going there. We are just going to find out. Because they were curious. They were not planning to go there, but they were curious. What is it that's being peddled here? That's what it is. If the quest is not understood properly, one will be like this bird migrating forever, going from branch to branch, tree to tree, berry to berry. This is the first bird. The second bird is called Ishvara bird. The bird that is the onlooker, the one that doesn't complain, the one that simply watches. Sakshi bird. Sakshi bird is Ishvara bird, is Brahman bird, it's all one. There's no difference. Don't think that there are three different things. All one. Sakshi means what? Witness. So the second bird is witness. If the second bird is the witness, what is the first bird? Witless. Okay, yeah. Not much difference in spelling, but a big difference in the meaning. Witless bird, hunting all the time. And then the witness bird. Witnessing this restlessness is one that is stationary, still, calm, tranquil, not wanting to go here and there, not wanting to run around, not wanting to gain anything, not wanting to get rid of anything. This is the one that is to be understood, identified with, and assimilated. Really speaking, how many birds are there? One only. Yeah. If you said two, see me after the talk. So, only one bird is there. Only one bird is there. There is an as though split in everybody. Vedanta is called, what is the other word for Vedanta? Non-duality. Non-duality means there should be no split between myself and myself. But that is the split. I know what I am capable of, but I don't want to do it. I know that I am, I know that I have all these qualities, but I can't own them up. I know I'm Brahman, but I'm not behaving like Brahman at all. This is the problem. This is the quandary. And so, the whole teaching, the crux of the teaching is to bring together these two birds that have as though become two, but are one. They are two means what? It is the experience. Experientially they are two because I am far away from the witness. I am not identified with the witness. Identification with the witness is comforting. It's comfortable. It is you. That's all you have to be. That's all you have to do. Identification with the witness is a no-brainer. But at the same time, there is no drama. The drama is in fluttering around, in leaving the coop, going somewhere, fluttering some more, hunting, and then getting something, oh, big fat sweet berry, wonderful. And then I advertise it, I put it in my blog. Today I got a berry, the best berry in the whole world. I take a photograph of the berry and put it there. I do all these things. And then the very next day what? Come crashing to the ground. And then this is called a yo-yo life. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Even not in one day up, one day down. Even in the course of a single day, up, down, 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 up, down. And people are used to this. This is familiar. It's toxic. Yeah, I know, but it's familiar. Everybody is doing it. Why don't you give up the drama? No, because what will other people think of me? Other people, everybody I know is having some drama or something in the life, and if I give up the drama, then what will happen? I will be in trauma. So I can't give up the drama because what will other people think of me? One person said. Another person said, if I give up the drama, you know what's going to happen? There will be nothing to talk about. They will say, how is your life? I'll say, fine. And actually I'm meaning it. I'm not just saying fine for the sake of, politeness. I'm meaning it. I'm saying I'm fine. There's nothing more to talk about. What will we do at potlucks? Yeah, the whole time, 2 hours somehow we have to spend. What will we do? What will we talk about if we don't have this yo-yo life? The yo-yo life, the first birdie life is addictive precisely because of these reasons. Precisely because of these reasons. It's like what is said in the Kathopanishad, the same thing is being talked about here. The Upanishads talk to each other, okay? Yes. So that we have a body of knowledge that has no external contradictions and no internal contradictions. In the Kathopanishad, the whole thing is framed slightly differently. There are 2 roads in front of you. Which one are you going to take? One is called Shreyas. The other one is called Pray for us. Yes. Yeah, because if you choose that road, you have to ask everyone to pray for you. That's all. That's the only thing. Shreyas and pray for us. 2 paths are there. Look, in one, what do you see? Ooh, lot of jubilations. Of course, some people are crying, but I ignore them. Some people are crying, some people are just looking struck, some people are looking disconnected. I ignore all of them and focus on the jumping, dancing, eating people. And I think, this is the road for me, because both the roads you can only see up to that bend, not beyond. Beyond the bend, there is nothing, there is no sight. And the other road is all, what? Is there anybody there? Desolate. Hush, hush, shh, no noise. Wait, are there any people? 2, 3 people in orange are going. What will you choose? Naturally, you will choose the first one. Why? Because you recognize a neighbor, you recognize a relative, you recognize a friend. It's familiar. And because it is familiar, and because one thinks one will be supported, and because one thinks that one can grow together, but not in this kind of a cacophony, there is no growth. Yes, it is good to grow together, but not in this state of cacophony. So one makes the wrong choice when? Repeatedly, life after life after life, because desiring safety, desiring whatever one thinks safety is. It's in fact, the Pray for Us road is the most unsafe, okay? But desiring a certain kind of a familiarity, a certain kind of a safety, one chooses the wrong road. When? Life after life after life, all the time one is choosing the wrong road. Every time one is choosing the wrong road, all the time one is in a big flux. This is our problem. And so the problem that one faces is not because there are other jivas. Even though frequently one points the finger and says it's because of this person I cannot have shanti, it's because of that person I cannot be peaceful. Even though we make all these things, we say all these things, it's whatever you see, whatever you spot, you got, okay? Whatever is annoying outside, the source of it is here. You spot it, you got it. This is what it is. Even though the finger does not stop at other people, the finger points to the Jagat and says, oh, allergy seasons, because of this ragweed that I am suffering. The finger points upwards to the planets. Where are you? Oh, Shani. Shani is what? Saturn. Yes, because of you, you are always in the wrong place. Because of you, I'm having a problem. Because of you, I'm suffering. Really speaking, it's all here. So making the wrong choice, one is always drowning in the what? Notion of samsara. Don't say ocean, huh? It's an ocean which is but a notion. So one is drowning, present continuous. Why? Because I refuse to recognize my higher self. I refuse to recognize the Sakshi. I refuse to own up the Sakshi. I refuse to live as the truth of this Sakshi. That is why I have this problem. That is why I am constantly in the drama. That is why I cannot drop the D in the drama. What happens when you drop the D? Rama, yes, that's what Shreyas is all about. Atma Rama. Yes, what is Rama? Ramante Yasmin Yoginaha. That consciousness, that Brahman, that Ishvara, in which all the yogis revel. That revelry I am not capable of. Revelry means I own up. I am enough. I never say I am enough. I never say I have enough. I'm always, because I have made some wrong choices. So therefore there is this sense of duality which is oppressive. And the Upanishad says, the Shruti says, address the duality within. Same thing Bhagavad Gita also says, Jahi Shatrum Mahabaho Kamarupam Durasadam. Address the inner enemy. Forget the people standing in front of you. I'll take care of them. That's not your job. What is your job? Address the enemy within. Address the inimical forces within. And what is more inimical than not being able to own up your own self? Let's go to the next verse. Samane vrikshe purusho nimagnaha. Anishaya shochati muhyamanah. Jushtam yada pasyatyanyamisham. Jushtam yada pashyati anyamisham asya mahimanam iti vita shokaha. So, samane vrikshe, in the same tree where the witness and the witless coexist, so to speak, the witness is drowning. Purushaha nimagnaha. Majj, to drown. Purushaha nimagnaha. The witless bird is drowning. Glub, 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 glub. Constantly underwater. Constantly. That's why it's in the present continuous. Why? Because even though it's the past participle, Adi Shankara says make it present continuous. Why? Because if you drown once, it's over, right? This life is gone. But drowning, glub, 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 come up for air. Ah, do you know what happened to me? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Wait till I tell you what all happened to me. And then again, glub, 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 glub. And again, OMG, 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 OMG. Constant state of OMG. This is the OMG va. Yes. Constantly OMGing from womb to tomb. The person is in the OMG moment all the time. This is very sad way to live. And who is Nimagnaha? Purusha. Who is this Purusha? Two meanings for the same word. This Upanishad is beautiful. Two meanings for the same word. One is Purishete iti Purushaha, the one who sleeps in the city. Which city? San Jose? No. Berkeley? No. City is the citadel of this body, mind, sense complex. Sleeps is asleep to the own reality, the truth of oneself as Sat-Chit Ananda, the truth of oneself as limitlessly whole and limitlessly happy. The person is asleep to that fact. So the first meaning of the word Purusha is the Jiva, the sad, bad, mad Jiva. And then the same word is used for Ishvara. You see this in the Purusha Sukta? Purusha evedagam sarvam sahasra shirsha Purusha sahasrakshas sahasrapat. This is the same Purusha, different derivation. Sarvan purayati iti Purusha. In the second instance, the root verb is pru, to fill up. The one who fills up everything, like even the flowing water, fills up all the hollows and the uneven surfaces and just continues to flow. The second meaning of the word Purusha is the person who is extremely accommodative, giving, free, knows that one is free of this body, mind, sense complex, appreciative, non-complaining, compassionate. That is Ishvara. That is you. That is the truth of you. Here which Purusha is talked about? First Purusha. Samane vrikshe Purusho nimagnaha, glub, glub, glub. Oh, but I thought we are all Ananda. Yes, this person's name is Glub Glub Ananda. That's all it is. So, glub, glub, glub. Come on, gasp. Oh my God. Thank God. Again, every small whiff of karma can knock the person down. No staying power. No Shakti, nothing. No ability to confront anything that comes in front of them. Why? The next word is going to tell us, Anishaya Shochati. Shochati means grieves, grievati. Okay? Shochati. Anishaya Shochati. From Shuch to grieve. Anishaya Shochati. In the form, this is a very Anishaya, third case, but the third case is a very special usage of the third case. The third case is usually the instrumental case, which says because of this or due to this, but here it means in the form of this. Itham bhute tritiya. Anishaya shochati here means what? Grieves because, or not because, due to, grieves in the form of not being Ishvara. Both meanings can be taken. Grieves due to not being Ishvara, grieves in the form of Anisha, because Isha doesn't grieve. Isha is free of grief. Who is the griever? Anisha. The person thinks, I am not Ishvara. How can I be Ishvara? I am not Ishvara. I am not Satchidananda. I am not Brahman. How can I be Brahman? There's a big thing, gap between me and Brahman. Brahman is all, I am small. Brahman is the cause, I must be because. Brahman is God, I am God with G silent. What is that? God. I'm an odd fellow. How can I be Ishvara? How can I be Bhagavan? How can I be Brahman? No. Stubborn refusal to step into the shoes of one's own glory. It's hard to step into other people's shoes, okay? Yeah. It's because they could be too big, too small, they could pinch, they could be too big, you have to drag it around like little children in their parents' shoes. But here, it's your own shoes. But you're afraid to put them on. You're afraid to put your own shoes on and step into your own shoes. They are glorious shoes, they are magical shoes, they are the shoes of no want. The shoe has a name, Mumukshu. Jigyashu it should have been, but because of the Sandhi it becomes Jigyasu. Yeah, that's the shoe. This is so easy because I'm not being asked to become somebody else. I'm not being told that you should be some like this famous person. You should be rich. You should be famous. You should get this. You should that. Nothing I'm being told. I am being told to simply be myself, and this Mandu is refusing to do that. Yes. This stubborn person is refusing to do that. Why? The Kathopanishad tells us. The Kathopanishad, we are using the flashlight of the Kathopanishad to light the shine here. And the Kathopanishad tells, why is it, knowing full well that I am going down the drain, making this choice, why do I keep choosing the smallness? Why do I keep living in this world of smallness? Why do I sabotage myself constantly? Why do I repeatedly saw the branch on which I am sitting? I cut it off, fall down, thud, concussion, and then what? Sit on the next branch and quickly, promptly start to saw that off as well. What is wrong? Why? Kathopanishad tells us why people keep choosing preyas when Shreyas is right there in front of them. Shreyascha preyascha manushyametah tau samparitya vivinakti dhiraha. The dhira chooses Shreyas. And then the manda means slightly challenged. Okay? Slightly challenged, emotionally challenged, spiritually challenged, Viveka, Vairagya wise, definitely challenged, makes the wrong choice. Mando Preyaha Yoga Kshemat Vrinite, chooses prayers. Why? Because of a sense of security. Yoga here is not what you do on the mat. Okay? Yoga here is apraptasya prapanam, the gain of that which is not gained. Apraptasya prapanam yoga. And do we all have things in our lives that is yet to be gained? Yes. And then kshema means protecting that you have already gained. This is a very big thing. You buy a house, you have to have, what is that called? Some DDT, not DDT, that is bad. ADT, yes, yeah. Some kind of a security. DDT is gone, I think, it's not there anymore, yeah. So you have to have some security. Because somebody will come, somebody will take it, somebody will rob. It's taken for granted. Somebody is definitely going to rob, so I have to have security. And then, if you have youth, what do you have to do? Preserve it at all costs till age 92. Oh, I stop at age 92. That's great. You stop only because you don't know who you are by that time. You don't even know you have a face, so you stop. Yes. You've entered another phase. That's why you stop. And nothing works. Hand doesn't work, it trembles, and then you don't know what you have done, you don't know. Where you are going, you don't know. Whether you are going or coming, you don't know. What, Swamiji, it's already happening to me right now. Yeah. So you can imagine now what will happen at age 95. What will happen, you know. And so therefore that's why the people stop in their 90s, all this. Otherwise, yoga kshema becomes the driving force of one's life. Alas, alas. Mando preyo yoga kshemad vrinite. Very sad. So, if the whole life is about getting what I want and then keeping what I want, then what else is left? Where is the space to think of anything else? Where is the space to have lofty thoughts, lofty ideas? Where is the place for self-enquiry? Where is the space to see yourself apart from this rat race of everybody is into yoga and kshema. You are also into yoga and kshema. What's the difference? But I want to make a difference. Everybody wants to make a difference. The choice itself is wrong. If the choice is wrong, you know what happens? The consequences of the choice will also be wrong. If I keep getting into the wrong train, and then it's going where? To Chennai. I got on it because it looked nice, and then I sat on it. Then I said, no, I want to go to Delhi. I want to go to New Delhi. Why am I in Chennai? No, I'll take another train. Oh, this train looks very nice. Beautiful colors, nice cushiony seats. Okay, let me go sit in that. And then what? Back to Chennai. This is the lot. This is the lot of people choosing prayers. And then it says Anishaya. Because of not being able to own up myself as Isha. Anisha. Anisha means Na Isha, Anisha. Opposite of Isha. Virodharthe Nanj. This Nanj pratyaya, this negative particle is opposite. Not other than Isha. Other than Ishvara means what? I, another Ishvara. No, that's not that's not what we are talking about. Yeah. That's not what we are talking about. Opposite of Ishvara is Jiva, and that is what? Anishaya Shochati. The identifying myself as opposite of Bhagavan. Opposite of Bhagavan is this complaining one, complaining constantly, glub, glub, glub in the notion of samsara. This is the one, Shochati. Why? Muhyamanaha san. Muhyamanaha san, deluded from one's own progress, from one's own destination. Where do I want to go? Don't say New Delhi. Okay, that was just in Drishtanta. Where do I want to go? Moksha. What do I choose? Samsara. Repeatedly, if I keep choosing samsara, you won't get moksha. You will get mocha. That's all. Starbucks will be somewhere nearby. Many Starbucks, they are very clever. They are all near Shivananda ashrams where there is no caffeine given. So everybody goes there. Anishaya Shochati Muhyamanaha. Okay, you're just giving us a sad tale. How to come out of this? Look, here it says Jushtam Yada. Jushtam means when one connects to the worshipful one, that which you keep in the puja room and worship, and that which you keep and say, oh, please, give me this, give me that. Ishvara becomes a kind of a wish bank Okay, that's how one invokes Ishvara. Give me this, give me that, give me this, after that, give me this, before that, give me that. No, 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 the order was wrong. Okay, all right, never mind. I can't make up my mind. Give me all at the same time. Yeah. Let this one be okay, let that one be okay. Whereas somebody else, let them continue to be sick. It's all right. So no prayer for them. Yeah. So this is what I think Ishvara is. This is what I think Ishvara is. My whole understanding of Ishvara is skewed. I think it is that which I just show one lamp and offer few dry fruits because I'm lazy. I'm not going to make anything. I'm just going to offer some dry fruit. Here take some water, here take some camphor lamp. This is what Ishvara. And then usually Ishvara in other than India is in a closet. Okay, yeah. So you close the closet and then okay, that is the puja room finished. That's not Ishvara. The Kenopanishad specifically talks to this. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso mano yat vachoha vacham sau pranasya pranaha chakshusha chakshuhu, and then that is what it is. Tadeva brahma tvam vidhi. Know this to be Ishvara. That which the force that makes you see, that which brightens the eye to make them see, that which is behind the awareness, the consciousness, behind the ears which make you hear, that which because of which I taste, that because of which I think. But then the thinker I am not, that because of which every thought is non-separate from Brahman, every thinker non-separate from Brahman, every means of knowledge not separate from Brahman. What is this Brahman? All of it, but none of it. Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi, na idam yadidam upasate. Not that you keep on an altar and worship. Oh, should I stop worship? No. You can continue to worship as long as you want to worship. This is not trying to take away from people whatever and wherever they are at. In fact, to get to the place of seeing myself as that force which exists, Sat, and which is all knowledge, Chit, and which is limitless, Ananda, I have to go through the process of worship. The non-worship and seeing everything, the non-worship comes only after I have graduated to the place of seeing everything as worshipful. Jushtam, that is what it means. What does this say? Jushtam yada. And when one recognizes oneself as the worshipful one, the worshipful one is not just in the puja closet, in the puja room. The worshipful one is where? Right here, the indweller of this body, mind, sense complex. The second Purusha. That is who I am when I recognize Jushtam yada pashyati anyam isham, when I see the other as myself. Asya mahimanam, when I see the mahimana means glory. When I see Ishvara's glory as my own glory. Very big thing. Ishvara's glory is what? My own glory. It's not separate from my own glory. So therefore it is a process. So first you say, you Ishvara the whole universe. First you say, here an Ishvara, there an Ishvara, everywhere Ishvara, Ishvara. Old Mac Jiva sings like this. Okay? Everywhere there is Ishvara, 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 Ishvara. Now Lakshmi will write a poem. I can see it in her head. It's brewing. Old Mac Jiva poem is coming. Yeah. Then she will send it to me also. Yeah. So then so in the beginning you have to Ishvarize the whole universe. You have to see everything as Ishvara, not just the nice things. The difficult things are also Ishvara. In fact, you start with the difficult things. You start with all the difficult things, the difficult people, the intractable ways of their behavior, everything you see as Ishvara, and then you don't stop there. that is but a stage from where you graduate to see the vision of Vedanta, that everything is an extension of me. Why? I am non-separate from that Ishvara. I am that Ishvara that I want to see. I am that Ishvara I want to be. I already am. It's a process of discovery where you can't skip the step. That's why you shouldn't stop the worship. Worship can continue while knowing that what I worship is ultimately the truth of myself alone. That awareness has to be there. Why? Because even the jnani, the knowledgeable one in the Bhagavad Gita is described as what? Bhakta. 4 types of bhaktas. Otherwise, if bhakti were to go away, then the Lord Krishna would have said, there's Trividha bhajante mam. What does he say? Chaturvidha bhajante mam. 4 ways they worship me, 4 ways they relate to me. One is what? 911 Bhakta only thinks of Bhagavan in emergency. If there is no emergency, no Bhagavan needed. The other one is a deal-making Bhakta. You do this for me and I will go to your temple and, oh goddess, and give you a sari. Is the goddess waiting for your sari? No. Very, very sorry. She ain't waiting for your sari. Okay? Deal-making Bhakta. And the third one is the one who wants Bhagavan not as an ends, but as the end in itself. The one who says, I only want you, Jignasu. And the fourth one who knows, I am non-separate from this Bhagavan. But still continues to be a Bhakta. What kind of a Bhakta? A lightened Bhakta. A Bhakta that is lightened of the Ahankara. A Bhakta that is free. Then why do you call this person a Bhakta? Because the person knows from the standpoint of the body-mind-sense complex, there are many things I don't control. I, as the ego in the body-mind-sense complex, do not control, but I, as Ishvara, I need not control. This is the beauty of it. This is the growth, and this is just somehow, in one verse they have put it, it's just amazing. Jushtam yada pashyati. Pashyati doesn't mean sees, knows. It has to be taken as understands, assimilates this knowledge. Jushtam. Jushtam isham yada pashyati. When one sees this worshipful Ishvara as what? The glory of this worshipful Ishvara belongs to me. I am no less than this Ishvara. That's why we have the Devi Suktam. Devi Sukta, beautiful. Devi Sukta composed by a Rishini in the Vedas. And then she says, I am the mountains, I am the air that I breathe, I am the sun, I am the sky. Very beautiful Sukta it is. A Sukta of oneness. In the Rig Veda it comes. Very beautiful. So, like this, that is and then we find the same expression of oneness of a person who has understood this knowledge in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Ahamannam. I am the food, I am the food, I am the food. Ayyo, you will be eaten. No, wait for the second line. Ahamannado, ahamannadaha. Ahagashloka krid, ahagashloka krid, ahagashloka krid. I am the composer of this shloka that you are reciting just now. I am the food, I am the eater of the food, non-separateness. This is the expression of non-duality. And that is where you need to go. There are no short-term fixes. I don't have to come here to tell you the short-term fixes because you know that all your life. In fact, the life has been fixing up from one short-term fix to another fix to another fix. Where has it landed you? In a big fix. That's all. You don't need one more fix. You don't need one more deity, some magical miracle. You don't need to look for miracles. You are the miracle. And the greatest miracle is that even after being told all this, one still doesn't understand. That is the greatest miracle. We need to keep hearing it again and again and again, like a rock, a rock in the river. Why is it called rock? Because it's rocked by Mother Narmada river. Yes. First it has all these angular, jagged edges. Then you have sent some special divers and they go in and bring out what? Shivalinga, Vanalinga, smooth. And you see other stones also there inside, composite. It has become a fossil, it is a holy thing. Why is Shivalinga seen as holy? Because there is no angular things from where you can get hurt. It is the last frontier of formed worship. It is the last frontier of duality, Shivalinga. Because it is smooth and it is there, it is as though all forms were packed into one form. That's what it would be. And a stone can lose its angularity. A stone, just by the mere undercurrents of the river. What to talk of this jiva? And when all the Purusha means person. And what is the jiva? Personality. The personality is seen as mithya. Mithya means not the ultimate I. The personality, I do not identify with the personality. Cognitively, I drop the personality to have darshan of the person myself within. Which Purusha? Sarvan Purayati iti Purusha. The one that doesn't need anything, the one that has dropped the desiring, wanting person. Not the desiring, wanting person. Therefore, the desiring, wanting person to be the one who is living in one's own glory is nothing less than the miracle. This is the miracle that is gained through the study of this. That is what we have to see. So, Pashyati Anyam Isham. Anyam Isham, the other Lord, the one that I thought of as other than me, I see. And what do I see? Asya Mahimanam. This Mahimanam is belonging to me. This Mahima means glory. Masculine word, okay? Don't name your girl children after it, okay? Yeah. So this is a masculine word even though it ends in A. Like Atma also ends in A. Masculine word. So Asya Mahimanam, this Mahima, this glory, what is it? It's mine. It's like getting a long lost treasure. You thought you had lost it. You looked everywhere. You cried bitterly. You said, I'm poor. This was my ancestral treasure. I'm poor. And then you went to lot of ashrams, lot of yoga you did. You stood on one leg and in the tree pose. You did tapas. You did, what else did you do? Meditation. You did lot of pujas, yajnas, homas, everything you did. You did everything. And then one Samaritan stops by to tell you, this treasure chest that you are looking out for, and you have spent so much time crying, is that perhaps the one that you are sitting on? What? This is moksha. You are sitting on it. In fact, it is you. It has to be discovered. And the second verse here we like very much because it's talking about that self-discovery. That you thought to be Ishvara, and then in South India, whenever you say Ishvara, you go like this, OMG, so far away. Let me give myself a little karmic punishment. Yeah, that's the thing. And this Ishvara that you looked up to, and in other religions they literally look up, after that they need a massage, neck massage. And then so here, this Ishvara that you were looking out for, looking up to, worshipping with various hymns and glorifying on the altar is who? You. So is the altar useless? No, because it has altered you. How can it be useless? It is not useless at all. It's like the 7 Vada story. You know the 7 Vada story? Yeah, some people know, but they want to hear again. One fellow strange fellow, went to one dhaba. Dhaba is kind of an Indian diner. And went there And in India, we have a certain kind of a thali culture. Lunch is what is for lunch. You can't say what is for lunch. Lunch is for lunch. Breakfast is for breakfast. Dinner is for dinner. Okay, whatever they serve, it comes in a thali, choiceless culture. That's why we are very prepared for this knowledge. From childhood, we are prepared for this knowledge because the culture itself is preparing us. Our parents have prepared us. It's amazing. You just eat whatever is put in front of you. You don't say, I'll have 2 helpings of chutney, but I'm on a keto diet, so no idli. You don't do that. That option is not there. So then what happens if you go in between lunch and dinner? What happens? Just whatever is left, something they will give. And he went in between lunch and dinner and asked a strange question. What was the question he asked? He said, well, will this place satisfy my hunger? They said, what, you get these cuckoo people sometimes, slightly off. Not certifiably off, slightly off, harmless but off. Just come sit down. No, wait, tell me before I come in, is this place going to satisfy my hunger or not? Shut up, come sit down. What is there? Vadas. Okay, I'll have 1 plate of vadas. 1 plate of vadas came, vadas went in, and he said, one more. By the end of it, he had 7 plates of vadas and a whole liter of sambar sloshing around in his stomach. Alright. Then he went to the cashier and gave the money for 1 vada and tried to walk out. That's why there is always some mean-looking people too, fellows, near the cashier. They ran after him, dragged him back and said, hey, what did you do? We saw you had 7 vadas and then you are paying only for 1? He said, look, when I came, I specifically asked that question, is this place going to satisfy my hunger? And you said yes. You said, yes, it's going to satisfy. Come in, shut up, come in, sit down. First vada was of no use. It did not, I was still hungry. Second vada, I was hungry. Third vada, I was hungry. And after the 7th vada, I was full. That's why I'm only paying for the 7th vada. Therefore, to understand verse number 2, all the preparations are in place. First vada, school, childhood. Second vada, college. Third vada, employment, job. Never thought of job as vada, but anyway. Fourth vada, marriage. Yes, this is a difficult vada, okay? Yes. Yeah. Either undercooked or overcooked. Okay? So this is a slightly difficult vada. Which vada was that? Fourth vada? Fourth vada, marriage. Fifth vada, children. Cute vadas until they become teenagers. And then they say, Mom, Dad, I'm going to become a musician. This is every Indian parent's nightmare, I tell you. I'm going to become a musician, Mom. And then the parents have been in America for some time, so they cannot say, no, you should not do that. And they know better. They don't want to alienate the kid. So they will say, all right, yeah, but that's a little hard. Okay, you can try it out. But you can't do it by yourself. No, I have a band. I have 3 other friends. Yeah, but it's not easy. Where are you going to practice? All this cost money. In your garage. Yeah. I'm going to practice in your garage. Means underneath the parents' bedroom at 1 o'clock in the morning, this fellow is going to practice. Okay. Yeah. And then, so this is 5th vada, children. 6th vada, midlife crisis. Midlife crisis. Only after crisis, one comes to Vedanta. No happy person comes to Vedanta. Something should happen. happening person comes to Vedanta, not a happy person, because happy means it's a kind of a happiness which is a contact high of contacting one's own, karma phalas and gaining something that one immediately wants and getting that and feeling happy. Then you do Vedanta, even if you offer the seventh vada, you say, no, I'm full, I don't want it. The hunger for the seventh vada comes after the 6 vadas have been gone through. Then the seventh vada in the form of Gurukula, Vedanta, teacher, Upanishad starts to, then you are hungry for the seventh vada. See, so like this, everything that you have done is not a waste. Whatever you are doing is also not a waste, provided you see it as a preparation for seeing yourself as Ishvara. Everything that you do is a step along the way, not for itself alone. If you have that attitude, then the second verse will reveal itself to you very, very clearly, very, very quickly. Asya Mahimanam, then what? Vita Shoko Bhavati, becomes free of shoka, becomes free of all sorrow. That is one. Third one, Yada pashyah pashyate rukmavarnam, Yada pashyah pashyate rukmavarnam, Kartaramisham purusham brahmayonim, Kartaramisham purusham brahmayonim, Tada vidvan punya pape vidhuya, Tada vidvan punya pape vidhuya, Niranjanah paramam samyamupaiti, Niranjanah paramam samyamupaiti. So, Pashyaha means all-seer. This is the name for Atma. Vipaschit. Pashyaha. Vipaschit comes in the Kathopanishad. In Kathopanishad, the word Vipaschit comes, the all-seeing Atma, the Atma that never goes to sleep. Aluptadrik, the one that is always ever present. All present means what? All seeing means what? All knowing. That's why it is all seeing. There is nothing that it doesn't know. Don't think that it has eyes everywhere like an insect. No. So, this is, don't take it literally, because in the Shvetashvatara Uttara Upanishad we have a verse that says that it moves without limbs. Shinoti akarnaha, without ears it hears. Pashyati achakshuhu, it doesn't have eyes, still knows and sees everything. So Pashyaha means it's the most sacred, most holy Atma, the truth of myself, that most holy Ishvara, the one who is the all-seeing one, all-knowing one. Yada Pashyaha Pashyate. So this, the truth of me is what? Pashyaha. Now there are no more 2 birds. One bird has gone. One bird has gone in the wake of knowledge. Oh, where did it go? Did it fly south? I'm a bird watcher, so I'm going to train my binoculars on it. Where did it go? If you ask me, I have a perfect answer for you. It went to the same place where the snake went when the rope was discovered. When the rope was discovered as rope, where did the snake go? Went back to the same head. So where are the 2 birds? The split is where? In the head, in the heart. So then it has been retracted in the wake of the knowledge. There is only one Pashyaha. So who am I now? Pashyaha. I am Pashyaha Yada. So this bird, this Jiva bird is also what? The truth of the Jiva bird is also Vipaschit, is also Pashyaha. Even though it's in the process of knowing, it is also what? It is still Pashyaha. Yada Pashyaha Pashyate, a little alliteration for you there to enjoy. And what should this Jiva bird see? Rukmavarnam. Rukmavarnam, shining truth of oneself, self-effulgent I, the shining truth of oneself when one sees Kartaram Isham Purusham Brahmayonim. When one sees oneself as Karta. Oh, I thought Vedanta is all about seeing oneself as what? Akarta. Now you are making me Karta again. Ayyo. Are we regressing? Should I start sucking my thumb? What should I do now? That Karta, first what is the step? Let's not forget the steps. First I think of myself as Karta, glub 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 in the samsara, and then after that what am I told to do? Ishvara is the whole universe. So who is Karta? Ishvara is Karta. And now the third step is what? I am non-separate from Ishvara. Who is what? Karta of everything. What kind of a Karta? A non-doing Karta. This is what I am. Non-doing Karta. Sankalpa matrena. That Sankalpa itself is enough. So how did this whole Jagat come into being? Ishvara and Ishvari did not sit down and say, let us map out the whole universe. Okay, this one will get married to that one. No, it just ensues forth like effortlessly, like even your dream. It ensues forth effortlessly. Without any effort, it's just everything is in place, infallibly in place. This is the miracle. And the greatest miracle is that you can say, I am the author of this universe. You can say that. When you know the second verse, the third verse is just very easy. I am non-separate from the author of the universe. I am the author of this universe. So, I am what? Karta. What kind of Karta I am? A non-doing, non-ahankara filled Karta. A Karta from whom the Kartritva Buddhi has been dismissed as mithya, as a dependent reality. So I am that kind of a Karta who is free of Kartritvam. And who am I? Isha. Second one is, I am Isha. Before what I thought? In the second verse, Anisha. Now I know I am Isha. Very nice. I have dropped the an and then now I am Isha. Now I am what? Purusha. What is Purusha? Purusha is which definition? Second definition. Sarvan Purayati, the one who fills up everything I am. And then I am Brahmayonim. Brahma here is not Brahman. Brahma here is creator, Brahmaji. I am even the source of the creator. This Bhagavan that is worshipped, we don't worship in India. In Thailand, Brahma, he had to migrate to Thailand. Okay. For Lord Brahma, only one temple in the whole of India, in a place called Pushkar, in Rajasthan. Nowhere else is Brahmaji worshipped because he is credited with the creation of samsara. Do I want samsara? No. Therefore, Brahmaji is not worshipped. So, Lord Brahmaji packed his bag and went to Thailand. And there in every street corner there is a Brahma shrine, Brahma. And then I asked the people, some monks and all were there. I asked why. He says, two reasons. First is, if he is the creator, he will not create accident here. Very interesting. And the second thing is, he has four faces. If you put a policeman, he has only one face facing forward. But Brahmaji face here, face there, face there, face there. The four faces are the four Vedas. But they don't know that. They say he is looking everywhere, Vishpato Mukha. So we are putting him at the crossroad of four streets. So that all the areas are protected. So this is so that's where he had to go to become well known and useful. In India, he was feeling useless because the whole India is moksha oriented. He said, what useless people? Yeah, I'm going where I am needed, where I am appreciated. So here, Brahmayonim means that Isha I am, who is even the source of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma came from where? From this, the truth, from this Satchidananda Pashyaha, which is me. From me alone, this Lord Brahma is Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, everything is non-separate from me. And then, tada, when one understands this oneness, the first one is what? When, and then, tada vidwan. Vidwan is the true meaning of the word, the one who is sarvavit, the one who is knowing this knowledge, vidwan. Then the knowledgeable one who is well versed in Vedanta, the one who is equipped with Guru, Shastra, all the blessings, punya pape vidhuya, giving up all papa. Oh, that's nice. Giving up all punya. Why? Can I give the punya? People are quick to give up papa. Punya not so much. I want all the punya for myself. Punya also, after you gain this knowledge, punya means good karma. After you gain this knowledge becomes what? A golden shackle. Yeah. Pujya Swamiji used to say, you will be born in a rich family, somewhere in Saudi Arabia, where you can't even open your mouth. Yeah. He would say, there's no freedom to think, there's no freedom to be, there's no freedom to worship in any other way except one way. Pujya Swamiji used to joke, even for dental problem, you have to come to India, where you have to open your mouth. So what is the use of punya? It's a golden shackle. Punya is good enough to bring you to Vedanta. That punya, yes, everything. But as for the vidwan who is being discussed here, no punya is necessary at all. Punya pape vidhuya, the nature of the Atma is ananvitam punyena, ananvitam papena, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Unconnected to punya. When I don't have karma, how will I have karma phala? Think about it. When karma itself is not there, what about the fruits of karma? Fruits of karma are also not there. Ananvitam papena, ananvitam punyena. So punya pape vidhuya, giving up the punya, giving up the papa. What does this person do? Niranjanam, Niranjanaha paramam. Niranjanaha means free of any kind of baggage. Paramam samyam upaiti. Samyam is oneness. Okay? Oneness. Samyam upaiti, gains the oneness. Paramam, from which there is no coming back. Paramam means the ultimate oneness from which there is no coming back. All the other oneness we know are what? Only until it becomes two. Friend, BFF. Yeah, BFF, after that what? You know? Only FF. Yeah, that's all. Then after that, friend. After that, frenemy. Sometimes enemy, sometimes friend. So, Sureshwaracharya in the Brihadaranyaka Vartika says, Sarve samyogaha viyogantaha. All the coming together, all this artificial oneness of two things coming together, which makes me happy, which I want, is until the separation. Chocolate cake until it is inhaled. When the oneness has gone, really, because again I long for it. A best friend until you find out all their problems. When they are no longer best friend, I don't want to be with them. Even marriage is like that. And first there is a lot of love, and then I need some space. This is what happens. Every marriage is like that. Everything that you gather is like that. Everything that you gain and you want to become one with is like that, because that oneness immediately becomes two-ness. But the only oneness that does not become two-ness, four-ness, eight-ness, etc. is oneness with yourself, with the truth of yourself. You are repatriated to the truth of yourself, from which there is absolutely no coming back. And have we left out anything? Let us see. Paramam samyam upaiti. And here there is a little bit, we can see this part. There is a little bit of a pun on this, not even pun, a fun on the Dvaita and the Vishishta Dvaitas. The people who feel like Bhagavan is separate from them, or I am an adjectival to Bhagavan, I am part of Bhagavan, I am separate from Bhagavan. So they have 4 kinds of moksha. So first is first level, then you have done a few good things. What happens? You get a front seat. In front of Bhagavan you sit. Nobody else is there in front of you. No basketball player is sitting in front of you. So you can see Bhagavan all you want. This is called Samipya Moksha. But then if you are sitting in front of Bhagavan, naturally you've gone with a human mind, you are seeing who else is there, and then some people are sitting right next to Bhagavan. So this is what? This is a second level of Samipya. Samipya, and then the other one you become just like Bhagavan, Sarupya, and then finally Sayujya. Sayujya means there is you become one with Bhagavan means what? You enter Bhagavan like a virus. Yeah. You enter Bhagavan means what? You like a bacteria, you enter Bhagavan, Bhagavan will flush you out. That's all will happen. So here there is no Samipya, Sayujya, Sarupya, and all this thing is not there. There is only Samya. Samya means straight away oneness. There is no need to die. There is no need to die and go someplace in order to experience this oneness, because that Bhagavan that you are looking for is right there unrecognized as the first bird in the very heart. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. We can have few questions. Yeah? Any questions are there? Yes.
Swamiji, could you speak about the Rudram, the Namakam?
Namakam, Chamakam, Rudram. The Rudram is the. It's okay.
Good.
Thank you. So, Rudram is one of the holiest chants in the Veda. And it's in the Krishna Yajurveda and in the Shukla Yajurveda also. And then it is a very beloved chant as well, in addition to being holy, because what it is that it is a universal chant. Even sannyasis are told to chant Rudram when we are given 2 choices. Chant at least once a day or keep chanting all the time. So that is the Rudram. Very, very famous and holy. Why is it that so important? Because it has the vision of Vedanta within it. In the beginning, one starts on a note of fear. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Scared. Rudra means Sarvan Rodayati. Makes everyone cry. How? Bhagavan makes everyone cry? Sure. By giving you your own karma phala, gift wrapped, and then you think it's a gift, you open it, and what? Loss, fear, some pain, some sorrow, something comes out of this like a jack in the box, karma phala. And so, first meaning of the word Rudra is Sarvan Rodayati iti Rudraha, and the second meaning is out of compassion, the same Bhagavan wipes your tears, makes the tears flow away. How? Through Vedanta Shastra, through the teaching of the knowledge, makes the tears go away. Rudanam Dravayati. First pinches you, makes you cry, and then takes a hanky and wipes out your tears. Hanky Bhagavan, okay? Rudra. So then, I only want the second part. I don't want the terrifying face of my karma to to confront me. I only want somebody to wipe away my tears, but this is not how it goes. It's a package deal. You first cry, then you seek Bhagavan, you are afraid of Bhagavan, then only for those who do Sharanagati, for those who do take refuge, then only the hanky will come out. Nice soft hanky to wipe the tears and to console. So in the beginning, the first Anuvaka is full of duality and fear, because that not because the Upanishad doesn't know, it's called Rudropanishad, but because the Upanishad is getting down to our level. This is where the jiva is, all frightened, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, all the time afraid. So then one says, you kind of look scary, Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. I'm saying Namaste not out of reverence, but out of puk puk puk, fear. And then you look kind of angry. Why are you so angry? And you're looking at me. You look terrifying. Therefore, namaste to your anger. May it not be directed towards me. And then I have a look. You look like a hunter. I thought I was an experienced hunter. You are also a hunter. What are you hunting? Oh, you are hunting after me. You have a bow and arrow in your hand and you are coming after me. Look, this person is much more adharmic than me. Go here, go there. No, you're still after me. And not only that, you have one arrow on the bow and then you have many arrows in the quiver. That's why it's called quiver, because it is making me quiver out of fear. This is all these arrows are there. And all the arrows dipped in karma phala are coming to who? Me. Namaste Rudra Manyave Utota Ishave Namaha. Namaste to your arrows. Namaste to your bow. Namaste to your arms. Why are they so strong? OMG. Namaste to the strong arms that carry the bow. And so the first portion of the Rudram is 300 Namahas come. And then there are 11 chapters called Anuvakas. From the first to the second to the third to the fourth, you see that the jiva is growing in Ishvarizing this universe and seeing this oneness. Very beautiful. It's just a beautiful, beautiful prayer. Everybody should learn it and chant it. Everybody should learn it and chant it. Pujya Swamiji's book also is there explaining the mantras. Beautiful prayer. And so as one grows, one sees everything as Rudra. The trees, the small rivers, the little tributaries, the brooks, the creeks, all bodies of water is you. The moving body of water is you. Non-moving body of water is you. Everything is you. The emotions are you. Everything is you. This is called Namaka. Not Namak, okay? That is different. Yeah. This is called Namaka because it has 300 Namahas. It is even somebody has extrapolated it into a Trishati where only the 300 Namahas are highlighted. It's called Rudra Trishati. Very holy chant it is. And then after that, then there is also 11 chapters called 11 Anuvakas of Chamaka. Chamaka means Chame, Chame, Chame. It is Shanchame, Mayaschame, Priyanchame, Nukavaschame, Kavaschame. Do you see now why it is called Chamaka? Because Chame. Chame is various objects are named and then to that you attach Chame. Cha means and. May is now it is questionable what this may means because there are different derivations of this may. The first one is for me. Chaturthi. Mahyam me. Is it let this be there for me? Sham chame. Let sham means happiness, blessings, okay, auspiciousness be there for me. Mayaha, joy, happiness, let it be for me. Kamashtame, let desire be for me. Do you think the person who has seen the whole Jagat as Ishvara is then going to ask for each thing separately? No, not at all. You should not take it as the fourth case may, you should take it as the sixth case may. Not Mahyam, but Mama, it's already mine. Sham is mine. And Mayaha, joy is me, joy is mine, Sham is mine, auspiciousness is mine, everything, the whole Jagat is just non-separate from me. So first you say everything is Bhagavan, it shows the two stages that we talked about very clearly. Here you cannot have Ishvara bypass surgery. Yeah, you cannot say I'm going to go straight there. You can't go straight there. You just remain in a straight jacket, that's all. No going straight there. You have to go through that because the problem is in thinking I am small. First I have to be one with that all because I live in a manifest universe. And so I always see everybody has authority issues. Ishvara becomes an authority figure. That has to be healed right here and right now before I can understand I am non-separate from Ishvara. Everybody thinks of Ishvara as a guy in the sky. That has to go, as separate from me. And so first I have to, as Pujya Swamiji would say, settle accounts with Ishvara. Settling accounts is seeing this problem. Seeing that it's not Ishvara's problem, that I don't see myself as Ishvara, it's my problem. I have to settle accounts. I can't settle accounts with every authority figure, with everybody who has oppressed me. So I go straight to the source and dare to have a connection, dare to forge a connection of devotion, of reverence, and that is the last frontier of duality. I need to, even to dive to Advaita, I need a diving board. That diving board is Sri Rudram. Very beautiful it is. Any other questions? All right. Let's see if there is anything. All the best. Oh.